Try again. I don't know what happened. Morning. Don't know what happened there. I do apologise. I think I lost the internet connection as soon as I logged 2 devices on. But hopefully we've sorted it and it's not going to be a problem now. So I hope everybody's okay. Hope you're having a great day. It's a bit wet here in sunny Norfolk. So I thought I'd have another day in the workshop. And I don't know if you've been following me on Instagram, but what I've been doing is I've been making this little bowl. It's a piece of lace wood I've had for quite a while, and I've never turned lace wood before. It's quite a dense wood. Never turned live, so pressure's on. So we'll see what happens. So if anybody's got any comments or questions, then let me know. Morning, Sean. How are you? Hope you're well, mate. Don't know whether likes. What's the weather like over there? Nice and sunny, no doubt. So anyway, I'll move the camera, and then I will start turning this out, and I'll come back to the chat in a little bit and see if anybody's got any questions. Sunny at the moment, just getting ready for work. Working on a weekend, mate. It's terrible. Anyway, let's move the camera. Morning, Steve. How are you? Hope you're well. Thought I'd do a quick little live, just turning the middle of this out. It's a little bit of lace wood, like I said before. Never turn lace wood, so never turn live either, so you never know what's going to happen. So yeah, anyway, let's get this done. Morning, Sam. How are you? Haven't seen you about lately, Sam. What's going on, man? Your projects, we're missing them all. Right, so I'm going to have the mask on, so I won't be able to read the comments, but I'll do a bit of this and I'll come back and read them. have a look, see what's in the chat. Hello Nick, how are you? Yeah, you're right there, Sam. Work always gets in the way. It's been so busy this week. That's why I didn't get a video out. Yeah. Wish that we all wish that wood turning was a cheap hobby. That's for sure, Steve. I'm just going to read through some of the chat, and then yeah, it's the same, Sam. We've missed your projects, mate. You do some good stuff. I know work takes commitment, unfortunately. I've had the same issue this week with the workload we've got. I just haven't had a chance to get a video up. So hence why I'm doing this now. Sean. Don't tell her. That's the easy answer. Don't tell her. I think we've all been there, mate. We've all been there. And wood turning, like Steve says, wood turning is not a cheap hobby. It's not just the lathe, materials, everything, even to buy a blank. That's why I try and get as much free wood as I can get, and store it when I can. Under my carport is a pile. In my shed is a pile. It's just finding places to put it all. That's the trouble. And drying it out so it doesn't crack. Anyway, this is a little bit of lacewood that I'm turning. Never turned lacewood before. I found it in my cupboard last night, and I thought I'd give it a little bit of a turn. It's really hard. The grain is really crossed, really tight on it, and the price of resin is criminal. So what I've done is I turned it, and I give it a little bit of gold leaf on the outer edge just to break up a little bit. I didn't want to colour it. It's got such a nice grain in it. I didn't want to colour it. So yeah, but it is really, really hard. I've never turned really. The grain is such a tight knit grain on it. I don't know if anybody's ever turned a bit of lacewood, but it's so hard. So I thought I'd give it a crack. Nice little project for a Sunday morning. Seems it's absolutely tipping it down outside. I know everybody's getting ready for their holidays, and Steve's getting ready for the maker meetup. Depends on where you get it from. What you would. I try and get a lot of my blanks from English woods. If you look on eBay, they have sales on certain blanks. A couple of little blanks I bought the other week. 2 little blanks here I bought the other week. These were on auction, and I think I paid £6 for the pair, so not bad. So at the end of the day, it depends on how much you want to spend on them, but blanks are expensive. The zebra wood blank I bought to do that bowl, I think that was about £28. It's a lot of money for one blank. So I try and make my own. I get offered quite a lot because of what we do. We get offered quite a lot of hardwood, so like mahogany, oak, things like that. So yeah, it's a hard wood. I sharpened my chisels up this morning, and I'm surprised how hard it is, considering I turned a bit of green wood the other day, and that was like a knife going through butter. But this is really hard, and the trouble is, it's making the tools get hot, and then obviously that causes them to dull the edge pretty quick, doesn't it? So I just want to go slow and steady, but I want to try and use my bowl gouge a bit more. Try and get used to the bowl gouges. Now I've got the Pro Edge, I can get a decent edge on my chisels, so it makes life so much easier rather than trying to sharpen them by hand. But the only trouble is I'm still learning. It is easy, but it's just getting the knack of it, and it's getting the wings right. I know it's just a case of putting it on. Hi Wayne, how you doing? I know the Pro Edge is just a case of putting it on, dabbing it, flipping it, dabbing it, but it's still getting used to how much dabbing and you do. So lacewood is very hard. I can't see it. Very hard. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did notice that, Steve, that the grain is not just one direction. Let me just take this out. Because you'd be turning one part and that'd be nice and easy, and you go on another part, but when you look at that, it looks like the grain is going that way, but when you start to turn it, it starts changing direction, and I think that's when the tools get warm. I don't know whether I'm trying to turn it a little bit too quick, because obviously I'm still new to this game, so I don't want to turn it too quick and dull my tools too quickly, because I don't want to be I know you sharpen your tools quite regularly anyway, but I don't want to be sharpening them every 35 seconds because I'm turning too quick and overheating the tool. So I'm turning quite slowly, but we all know if you turn slowly you could end up getting snatches and grabs and this, that and the other, so it's a bit of a sticky situation. But you time serve guys, yeah, might help. Yeah, I'll try that when I start back up in a second. It may help. You're right, Steve. But you time served turners know most of the tricks of the trade. So what I'll do is I'll turn the camera back down, I'll carry on a little bit more, and I will try a pull cut, Steve, and we'll see what happens. We can get the camera in the right place, that is. There we go. Right, so let's see what we can do. Right, she is hard, very hard. About the right depth. I'm just going to clean it out with the scraper, round-ended scraper, because I don't trust myself with a bowl gouge, to be honest. Not quite yet. So let's clean it with a scraper. Can you guys see when I'm turning, or do you want me to move the camera? I'm limited. The trouble is, I'm limited for space of what I can do with the lathe the way it is. So, but I don't want to bore you either. But if you want, I can move the camera over there so you get a better view. So as you can see, boys, can feel something. Right. Let's have a look at the chat. Bring your tools to the gleams. Yeah, I was going to ask you that, Wayne, to be honest. I was going to message you. Let me just move this up. I was going to message you, to be honest, and ask you because now I've got the Pro Edge. Obviously, it makes it a lot easier to sharpen, but I'm still not 100% happy how I'm doing it. It may just be me. Obviously I can get a good edge on them, but it's just knowing whether I'm doing it right or not. And to be honest, they are okay, but they just seem to be losing their edge so quick. But I don't know if that's where I'm turning too quick and generating too much heat, and we know that heat dulls steel. So I don't know if it's me or whether it's the tool. I don't know. It's obviously not the tool, it's most probably me. But that would be very helpful. What I'll do is I'll bring my bowl gouges, my scrapers and other bits and bobs. I'm fine with those. It's just my bowl gouges on. Obviously you get the profile from the Pro Edge, so the profile's got to be right. It's just knowing whether I'm doing it right. I've read the manual half a dozen times, and it says to, once you've got your set on them, one side, then the other side, then the middle, and then do one whole pass, which I've been doing, and they've been working fine. But I just don't know whether I'm doing it right or wrong. You know what I mean? It's all confidence, and I've never sharpened bowl gouges. I've always sharpened my gouges and chisels on a linisher. So I don't know if I'm doing it right or not. So I will bring my bowl gouges. And if you can have a look for me, Wayne, that would be very much appreciated. Really looking forward to that day as well. That'd be good. So I'm just going to take that a little bit more. Got a little bit more meat in the bottom there. So I'll just do that and curve the top, and then we'll get it finished. Right, so we're there. Just a bit of sanding and we should be okay. Let's have a look at the views, or comments should we say. Look at the old double chin, that's bad. Pro Edge is a future investment for me. Heard good things. I'm not saying never, no. Yeah, they are good, Sam. Very good. I bought mine, cool, must be a month or so ago now. I was going to buy one at Maker Central, and at the time I just couldn't justify spending the money on it. So we bought one. I bought one, like I say, a month or so ago, and they are absolutely awesome. I do, because obviously my job, a lot of carpentry work, it always used to take me, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours to sharpen all my work chisels. And when I done the first job I did with the Pro Edge, was sharpen all my work chisels, and it took me a third of the time. They're all like razors. The edging's better, there's the profile's better on them, and they're so much easier to use. So yeah, even from that point of view, it's saved me money now. I have bought a couple of extra jigs. I've bought the straight jig for the normal chisels, wood chisels, and I also want to buy a knifing jig, but at the moment I'm not doing sharpening knives too much, so I'm not too worried about that. But it's easy once you get your profile on your gouge. You go through obviously the grits. I think mine came with 3 grits. I think it came with 60, 120 and 240. Once you get your profile on your gouges or any tool, I went through every single tool I own and reset all the profiles on them. And once you got the profiles right, it should just be, they say use 120, but I think 120 is a little bit harsh on the tool. I think 240 would be a bit better, but I don't know. It's obviously different people do different ways. I was watching Mike Waltz, and he said 120 was more than good enough for gritting, for sharpening tools. But again, it's down to the individual. I always use 240. The only reason I use 240 is because I think the finer the nicer the edge. So it's down to the individual. So I've got that all turned out now. I'm just going to round this edge off a little tiny bit. Let's just turn this back down. So I've got this all hollowed out now how I want it. I'm just going to turn this edge just to give a little bit of a round on there, and then I'm going to sand her up. But I'm going to put my mask on for sanding up because of the dust. Right, so let's get some sand and sealer on. I took your advice, Wayne. Soft Scotch Brights, not harsh ones. So hey guys, what's all everybody up to today? I know Steve's doing his caravan for the Makers Meetup in Ireland, which I am really gutted I can't go. So hopefully there'll be another one next year, and we'll be able to make it to that. Never been to Ireland, one place I've always wanted to go, but never been to Ireland. So it'd be nice to get over there. And I heard that Wayne was doing a video, recording a video for his channel. So what's everybody else up to? Right, so let's give her a bit of friction polish and shine the baby up. See you later, Sean. Have a good day at work, mate. Not that I'm rubbing it in. So there we go, a little bit of friction polish, give it a little bit of a sheen. Another quick coat, as we like it shiny. I don't know how well this lacewood deals with use, but being that's pretty hard, I would imagine that's a pretty durable wood. There we go. Let's get that chuck and have a look at it. So there it is. Just a little tiny lacewood blank. I suppose it's about, I don't know, 6 inches across. It's not too big. Gave it a little bit of gold leaf on the bottom just to really give it a bit of character. Just to break it up from a bit of the norm. Really had a few little hairline cracks in it, which I filled with super glue. Let it soak in overnight, but lucky enough the cracks haven't come through the middle. Got a little bit coming through there, but that's from the knot that's in the side there. So no, it's a nice little bowl. So hey guys, I hope you're all okay. I hope you've all had a good weekend. Like I said before, this is my first live turning. A little bit nerve-wracking, to be honest, when you've got people watching you. I've never had people watch me before. I'm normally in the workshop on my own, so it's a little bit daunting. So yeah, didn't take any fingers off, which is the main thing. That's one thing that I was a bit wary of, that I was going to make a mistake and the tool was going to jump and take my finger off. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you very much. It's not nothing impressive, but yeah, no, it's a little bit of lacewood I've had stuck on the shelf virtually from when I started. I think my mate gave it to me, to be honest, because he's a bit of a turner, and been sat there for, well, 18 months now. So I thought I'd better use it before it got to, because it started to crack, as you can see, before it got to a non-usable state. But like I said, I soaked it in, well, not soaked, I put some thin super glue in the bottom last night to soak in overnight. But that grain, I don't know if you can see it on there, the grain is so tight on lacewood. It's real, but it's got a beautiful bit in there. Absolutely stunning piece. Always amazes me when I turn a piece of wood how, I know I use wood nearly every day of the week, but it always amazes me when you turn a blank, you look at it and you think it's nothing special, but inside there's always something that impresses you inside. Gold leafing, second time I've ever used gold leaf. I've been watching John quite a bit. What, this piece here? This piece or this piece? I've been watching John, because obviously he's the gold leaf and colouring the man. With Wayne, you do all your nice string pulling, which still haven't got a clue how you do it, mate. I've watched umpteen videos of you string pulling and I still can't get my head around it. So yeah, I will have a go at that one day, but I need to practice off camera first, I think. So no, it's turned out quite nice little bowl. And to be honest, now I've done the first live turning, I may do one in the week if there's chance, because I know we've got the Fishers on Monday night, then Wayne, then we've got the Richard, and then there's several others through the week, so it depends on whether there's time to squeeze in with everybody else. But no, I may have a go at doing a whole bowl through live, which would be interesting. Just need to get the camera located a little bit better so you guys can see a little bit easier. So that's just the simple little thing I've been doing today. I thought I'd share it. I didn't do the outside because I wasn't sure whether I was going to do a live or not, but to be honest, it's pretty boring anyway, isn't it? A bowl's a bowl. That's why I want to try things new, because everybody does bowls, so I want to have a go at the multi-axis turning that Steve does, to give it a go. But I need to practice a little bit before I decide to video it. I've got in my head what I want to do, and I know roughly the multiple accesses to do it. It's just a bit of practice, really. Again, it's just trial and error. So that's the plan. So hey guys, hang on, let me just get rid of this. That's a nice little project for the week, and this hopefully will replace me not putting up a video on Friday. I'm nearly finished editing this week's video or last week's video, so I may put it up in the middle of the week, because obviously I try and get them so they're all in line to push out, but if I get a chance I'll get it up Monday, Tuesday night. If not, it'll become next Friday's project, so not a problem. There's always going to be seen. So I hope you all have a great Sunday, whatever's left of your Sunday. I hope the weather's not killed stuff too much, and thanks for popping in, and see you on the next one. Take care guys, bye for now.